Hey everyone, welcome to our first outdoor episode of Map Room Sessions. I'm pretty excited about this one. Hope you are too. Behind me I got the guys from Mullen, and they are amped and ready to go. Take it away, guys.
Hey everyone, welcome to Map Room Sessions. Different location, same show. Very happy to be outside. I'm standing here with the band Mullen, who have just put on a killer set for us. Thank you so much for coming in. Look around and see you all. Very happy to have you here. Standing outside of this Canon, Hart House in the background, University of Toronto. I'll start it off like I always do at the top. We're gonna take a second and you guys can introduce yourselves and a little bit about what you play in the band.
Start with the ugly guy, Ben.
So him, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's good looking, I guess, in some way.
Want me to introduce
Sure,
myself?
go right ahead.
I'm Ryan. They call me Strings and Things. I play keyboards, mandolin. I'll play the sitar if they want me to. Whatever.
Nice.
I'm Jim Buckley, and I play the guitar.
I'm Jordan. I play vocals, and I do my best with the guitar.
I'm Gaelic, I play bass. I'm Dan, they call me Irrelevant, I'm the drummer.
Know your role, son.
And I'm Kyle, I'm your host. So welcome guys, I'm glad to have you on. First thing I want to start off with is the name of the band, Mullen. Doesn't look like that when you see the name, but that's what you're called, Mullen. I am curious as to where this name came from, what it means, why you've chosen it as the name of your band.
Jim?
Our family's last name is McMullen, and what we decided we were going to do was, the original idea was Jordan and I were just going to write a little CD for family members only before it all grew into the full band, and then we decided to, we were over at Jordan's place one night, and I said, you know what we should call the band Mullen, the Gaelic spelling of it. I believe his response was, that's badass.
So how did you guys come to be? What's the origin stories of the band?
Well, I met Ryan in university probably a few years back here at University of Toronto. And Jim and I at the time were just plunking away on our acoustic guitars, writing music, like he said, just kind of doing our family writing music. And then Dan is a good friend of Ryan's. That's how we got hooked up with Dan. And Dan was actually a member of the band before Ryan. Long story, but he was. And then we invited Ryan in. And Kaylee is, he's soon to be a family member as well. He is my sister's fiance.
Aww, family affair.
Aww, make him blind.
Ryan and Dan are quite worried at this point.
On the outside.
Jim once said to me, "You're lucky I don't have a relative who plays the drums." Fair enough.
Cool. Wow. So you're all interrelated and everything like that. That's pretty cool. And UFT alumni, which I think is pretty neat.
Yep, three of us.
Since we're filming here. So diving into your music and songs, one thing that I really liked about watching you guys perform was it's not like you're just a rock band. You're not just whatever type of band. I hear a lot of different sounds coming into your songs, whether rock, a bit of country, some folk, a Celtic sound as well when I was listening to the album. I'm curious as to, in the recording process, do you aim for a specific sound, or what goes into making your songs?
Naturally, like I said, because we started out doing a two-piece acoustic thing, obviously that's the root, so that's where you get your kind of Celtic and your country feel. And as you layer on pieces to the band, then it kind of forms and it makes its own sound, as you'll hear a lot of bands say that. But for us, I think we've endorsed it just because it's natural, but also, Jim, for example, in his previous life, he's a little bit more hard rock and roll. I'm just a kind of acoustic kind of player. Dan can drum, any kind of music, so he's got a bit of a cross there. Kaylee's also a bit of a guitar player, and I think he's a bit of a harder rocker too. And Ryan is a bit of everything, so it's a nice mix, and it just kind of, it is what it is. It comes out how it comes out, and we don't really plan for it, but you're right, it does have some country, it does have some Celtic, and we try to put a little edge on it, so that's just what it is.
You just stay with me now.
So I was checking out your Facebook page a bit and your Twitter and stuff, and I want to talk a little bit about performing. I know a little while ago you guys were at the Horseshoe Tavern, which is one of my favorite venues in the city. Could you tell me a little bit about, performing? What is like live for the audience? Have you done a lot of shows around the city? Any maybe backstage rituals that you can tell us about?
Well, backstage rituals, we'll leave that to probably Jim. He'll be able to figure something out.
That on me.
All by himself in the washroom. No, I think performance-wise, we've kind of, as most bands have to, we start out kind of playing weekend gigs, and the nature of that is until people know who you are, you got to play a lot of covers, entertain, and we had fun with that, and we did it for years, still do it occasionally. And then when we started getting together and really concrete sound that we had, and we practiced a lot, we'd start booking originals gigs. But the originals gigs, it's the same thing. You got to start on a Monday to a Wednesday, then you're on the weekend. So we're just getting to the point now where we're able to play some decent venues on weekends with decent exposure. And so if you could equate it to anything, we're like a startup band, as it were. So
well, you got to start somewhere, right?
Exactly.
That's pretty cool. So again, with the Twitter thing, I had to mention one thing that I thought was extremely cool. So Bill Murray tweeted.
Yeah, we'll let Ryan handle that one.
Okay, please, because I'm really curious about this one.
Yeah, there was an account for Bill Murray, and one day he said, I'm looking for beer money for my buddy, and if anyone puts in $5 to the PayPal account for this guy to have beers for the night, then I'll follow you. And I was like, let's step it up from the follow. Who cares if he's following us? Let's see if he can give a shout out to our band. And so I sent a link and I sent the $5, and next thing you know, we retweeted it within, actually it was 30 seconds. It was retweeted. Wow. And next day we had an album sale in Germany. So that was good.
So nearing the end, I'm curious as to, well, you had mentioned the second album, obviously. What's next for Mullen? You've played your shows, you have the album, you stopped by and chatted with me. Where are you foreseeing yourselves going in the future?
The ACC.
Maproom Sessions is going to take us there.
Okay. I can't wait for that one.
Well, come on.
Sorry, yeah. Obviously, building a stronger fan base, so more exposure. That's the goal of any band, obviously.
Yeah, for sure.
Probably take the next step into management at that point. I mean, the business stuff, essentially, right? And then getting out and playing more often. That's we really love to play live, and that's what we like to do. So
that's great.
Yeah, that's what our goal is. So,
sweet.
Yeah.
I can't wait. Well, guys, that's it for me, pretty much. Thank you again for coming in. I really enjoyed it. I was pleasantly surprised.
Our Heineken.
New friends.
Thanks, Maproom Sessions. To you guys did a great job.
To all you out there watching, you know the usual. Check out the link. We'll provide it for you. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
Cheers.
Yesterday, don't really care about what you say. I can't believe that it's that way. Yesterday, don't really care about what you say. I can't believe that it's that way. say amen.